Good morning. Thank you all for coming out. My name is Attorney Sierra Norris. I'm the owner and founder of C. Norris Law Firm as well. Here with me is Evan Finicky and one of my other associates, Logan Mayers. We are announcing the filing of our lawsuit on behalf of the parents of who we love to call Baby J. Jalen was 2 years old and he was going to daycare. It's Grandma Jones Daycare. He attended Grandma Jones Daycare, and they created an action plan for Baby J. Baby J experienced seizures before, and the daycare created an action plan with the family so that they could adequately care for Baby J. Unfortunately, on February 20th, Baby J died in his sleep for what we believe is inadequate supervision during nap time. This daycare was placed on notice of Baby J's condition and had an action plan and worked closely with the parents in order to implement that action plan, and he had a seizure while sleeping, and it's our contention that he died because of loss of access of air to his brain, basically suffocation. But the core of this story, and we really wanted to give his parents, Jasmine and Jalen, an opportunity, because at depth here is an issue that every American experiences, and we're dealing in an economic climate where everything is 3 times the price and everything is skyrocketing, and we are just surviving to make ends meet, and it's forcing parents to make impossible decisions on who is going to be responsible for their children. 0 through 5 years old is one of the most crucial developmental eras of a child. However, there's not a lot of government support, there's not a lot of community support, there's not a lot of support coming from companies to support families and their care for these children. And so parents have to make impossible choices and find who to entrust with our most precious Americans, and that is our toddlers and our babies. And it's becoming more and more impossible to find high quality daycare. These parents believe that they did find high quality daycare, that they worked with that daycare to create an action plan to eliminate this from ever happening, because for whatever reason that day Baby J was left unattended. There was no one to see his seizure, and it was not in sight, and therefore the action plan that they put in place basically meant nothing because they couldn't catch what happened. I want to give, obviously, the parents an opportunity, but we have filed a lawsuit against the daycare. I always ask my clients, what is your form of justice? And it's not always monetary. There is no amount of money that is ever going to make this okay. We're thankful for you being here to give these parents a platform that we believe a lot of Americans are experiencing right now and being just placed in impossible situations. And that's proven over and over and over again. And we hope that bringing light to this situation calls into question our priorities as Americans when it comes to our young children. So I just want to give the opportunity for the mom and the dad to talk. And then Evan is lead counsel on the civil rights suit. So any questions about the suit, any medical, Evan will be able to answer that after the family has been given an opportunity to speak.
Hi, I'm Jalen's mom. My son was 2 years old when he passed away at Grandma Jones Daycare 3. In 2023, they bugged us about getting an action plan for my son due to him having seizures. It was almost a month and a half that they didn't let him go back to school without the action plan. We finally got the action plan, and they also gave us emergency medication to give my son if he had seizures. He took medication during the daytime, and he had emergency one for school. They failed to give it to him. When the ambulance arrived there, no seal on the medication was popped, nor have the action plan been looked at. In fact, it's in the same bag that I brought them when I brought the medication. It's really nothing that will bring my son back. I just want justice.
How you guys doing? I'm Dad, Jalen Allen Branch Sr. I've been waiting for an opportunity to actually get my voice out there for not only my group and my, I would say, support system to hear, but for the world to hear. This recent situation was a pure situation of negligence, unattentiveness, not caring enough, and no sense of urgency. My son was 2 years old, around other 2 and 1 year olds that parents have trusted this establishment to be able to take care of the kids while they're out doing the things that they really don't even want to do, but we have to. And this life inflation is shot through the roof, and all we're trying to do is play catch up. Some are blessed and some aren't, or some are blessed in other ways. In this situation, I work 7 to 7 every single day. I sacrifice having time with my kids so that I'll be able to provide for my kids. So I instilled my trust into an establishment that I'm well aware of to be able to take care of him to the fullest capacity. We've been hounded, talked to, questioned about different documents and medical documents that they would need for baby J to be able to return to school. As Mom said, we've done it all. There's only so many things that we can do that are in our control. When we drop him off at that front door, at that point, you guys are in charge of his life. You guys are in charge of his well-being, because I'm 20 minutes away. I can't get there fast enough. That's why you guys are there. That's why an action plan is placed. That's why there's steps and I would say trainings that they actually went through. It's not only just about justice, it's about prevention, to prevent something like this to happen again. Of course we're gonna get justice. Of course they're gonna know his name. Not only do I share his name, he has his own. Baby J is his own man and his own kid and his own face. It's just, he so happens to look like me. So there's a lot to be said and a lot to be done, and a lot will be said and a lot will be done in the right way, the Jesus way, the Christ way, and the integrity way. And that's all I have to say.
If I may ask you or Mom, can you talk to us about what specifically this action plan entailed? What were they supposed to do?
So an action plan is put in place just in case an episode like this happens. So he had his first seizure, his second seizure at school. Once he had his second seizure, he was not able to return. And he wasn't able to return until he actually had a plan for them to follow in order to save his life if something like this was to happen. They didn't do that.
And what was that plan? What did that plan
So,
They want to details about that.
okay, so from when they asked for it, we definitely have many visits to the actual daycare. Mom, especially because I'm at work. And when I do go, I'm able to actually voice myself. We've sat down, we've given papers have been lost. We've given papers to be faxed, papers have never been faxed. And as far as his action plan, it seems as though we got everything going just for them to put it to the side like it just wouldn't happen. They treated it like it wouldn't happen.
And can I, yeah, it's okay. And I just want to add to that. Yeah, of course. And I just want to add to that, one of the parts of the action plan that, of course, yeah. One of the parts of the action plan here that may or may not have been critical was giving medication following a seizure, following a medical event. Here, the parents had provided medication that could be administered had this seizure or medical event been observed or supervised. The lawsuit is alleging that this child was left unsupervised and unobserved for too long. Had they not been, perhaps steps could have been taken to give medication or respond to this event. However, we don't even know if that would have happened, because following finding baby J, there was still a long period of time before any steps were taken, and none of the steps on the action plan appear to be taken at any point here.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.